Man, oh man, the Browns out here looking dusty, and we got a lot to talk about, man. It's one game, but I get paid to talk about one game at a time. And for this one game, the Browns better have something to work on. You listening to G. Bush in the barbershop, and you know what we came to get to. Browns take this L to the Cowboys. We got to talk about it, and the only way we do it at the barbershop, you know how we do. Let's get it.
Quality, service, atmosphere. You're next in the chair. Feel at home in the barbershop. G. Bush offers a fresh cut on sports. The barbershop isn't just grooming for guys. It's culture, it's lifestyle, it's sports. And it's now the barbershop is giving the sports scene a sheer shave and shine. Join the makeover now. Follow Garrett Bush at GBush91 on Twitter.
And we got the old school intro ready to go, and we right back at it on the barbershop. Your boy G. Bush is in the building. Make sure you follow me at GBush91. We going old school today. I don't want no banners. I don't want no bells, no whistles. I just want to talk to the people right now. And we do have some things to talk about. Cleveland Browns come out here and get destroyed by the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm not the one to try to read an alarm, and I don't want to be an alarmist to you guys, but I just got to keep it real. What I saw today was alarming. What I saw today was dusty. What I saw today was people looking like they was resting on what they did in years past. It looked like a team that was unprepared. It looked like a team that wasn't ready to go. And it looked like a team that was lackadaisical. And here's my thing, man. We're going to talk about this too. The thing that we got to get to a point and understand as the Cleveland Browns is we're not chasing the past. And I think for us, we got to understand that it's not about 2020. It ain't about 2019 or 2000 or wherever the heck we supposed to be at. For the Cleveland Browns, this thing is about today, 2024. And right now, the Cleveland Browns are not up to snuff in 2024. I understand that Coach Stansky won 2 Coach of the Years. I get that. That's nice. That was in the past. G. Bush is now judging the Cleveland Browns week to week. Just like everybody else that do a job. Just like everybody else that has a job to do, you get judged week to week. You don't get to say, hey, I showed up to work and I did my job 2 years ago. No, it's a yearly evaluation. And for the Cleveland Browns, the yearly evaluation needs to be starting right now. Let me start first and foremost off bat with the quarterback play. Let's get to the quarterback play. Deshaun Watson, yes, you were hit a lot. I'm going to get to the offensive line. They played like dog crap. They played like you can go up there and have penalties and do whatever you want. You play undisciplined and you clap it up and you dap each other up. I need somebody to take some sort of leadership up front. We'll get to that to start with. But I got to get to the quarterback play. Right now, on your deep throws, I'm not seeing it. Maybe what we got to do with this is we got to break this down to square one. You got to go back to 0. And you're going to have to understand you're not supposed to be regular. Right now, I don't know if you're in your head, you feel like, okay, well, I'm gonna just come back and people telling you if you can get back to 2020 Watson to do this, 2020 Watson. 2020 Watson wasn't good enough to hold the trophy in 2020. What makes you think that you got to get to 2020 Watson to beat 2024 Mahomes? or 2024 Jackson. That's not what it is. I don't know what you got to do. And by the way, this isn't Deshaun Watson is the reason the Browns lost this football game. But this is how you need to address the situation moving forward. Because I'm addressing the Cleveland Browns moving forward week to week. That's how we going to get it popping. Deshaun Watson got beat up. He got battered. He got bruised. But there were some times you held on to the football too long. There were some times that the balls needed to be just a centimeter to the left, centimeter to the right to get it done. I'll give you a comparison. At the beginning of the game, this is a game of inches. It's a game of centimeters. At the beginning of the game, you saw Dak Prescott look into the eyes of a blitz, diagnose the blitz, do his hand motions, and get Brandon Cooks available in a corner route. He knew he was going to get hit. You know what he did? He anticipated the throw. He threw it with touch to the outside. He caught your boy, Juan Thornhill, completely off guard because he thought he was going to have to throw the ball quick. He put some air on it, touchdown. Now we come back 7-3. The game of football is a lot about how you stack plays and stack things together. And everything in the game of football changed together. From that point of 7-3, and Dak made that play, it puts your defense behind and puts that thought in their mind. Okay, Jim Schwartz, if you want to keep bringing this pressure, I will diagnose what you're doing and I will throw this football. That is the type of accuracy and precision you need to win in this league. I'm not seeing it. Not saying you can't get there, Deshaun, but you're going to have to do a lot more in your pre-snap evaluation, ball placement, and overall understanding of where this football needs to go. There was a lot of checkdowns. And trust me, we're going to get to the checkdowns too. There was a bunch of checkdowns and there was a bunch of throws below the sticks. Understanding where you need to be at. A lot of receivers running these short, shallow routes underneath getting tackled. And a lot of that, it might not be your fault. It could be, I got to watch all 22, but it could be a lot about the play calling and what the design is. By the way, horrible of this whole entire scheme. We were sold a bill of goods. We were sold that this offense was going to look different. We were sold that it was vertical. We were sold the RPO. I laughed at Joe. We got to get all these guys that's going to practice talking about what this offense is supposed to look like. I've been lied to 2 years in a row. Again, tired, stale, dusty, random plays and routes that look disgusting. I've been on every platform that I've talked about so far. And the one thing I told the Cleveland Browns that they had to do coming into this situation is this. Just because you want to be something don't mean that's what you best suited at. I want to be an astronaut one day. You too big, you 6'5", you're not an aerospace engineer, and you too big to fit in the cabins. You're not going to be no astronaut, G. Bush. The Cleveland Browns keep telling us for the last 3 years what they want to be. We want to be a vertical passing team. We want to be to throw the ball up in the air. We want to run our NASCAR packages. We want to get our receivers open. Bro, that's not what you are. As of today, all of these offensive changes, all of these moves and all these different things, guess what? We're not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. You come out, I told you all week, you come out, you got to be able to run the football. You need to be able to run the football in order to keep pass rushers off your quarterback. Hurried 20-something odd times. Sacked 6-7 times. Hit pretty much every time that he's dropping back. And you know why? It's not rocket science, Kevin. It's not rocket science, Ken Dorsey. It's not rocket science, Cleveland Browns fans. You have to have an established running game. You don't got to have 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, but what you do have to have is an idea and a thought process that I will run the football to keep you honest. From get-go, we're coming out in 5 wide. And first, we're coming out in 5 wide. How are you coming out in 5 wide with DeMarcus Lawrence and Deshaun Watson back there running for his life? How are you coming back there with Micah Parsons and those guys? That was the game plan you came up with all week? And by the way, the Jerome Ford experiment, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of pretending like Jerome Ford is some sort of special running back. I'm tired of pretending that, he's serviceable. I'm tired of seeing him pity-pat in the backfield. That's the problem. You need to get 3 or 4 solid yards, get the ball, and get up to get what you need to do. And I'm tired of sitting here acting like I ain't been saying this for the last 2 years. Jerome Ford is nothing special. He's not good in pass protection. He tiptoes even when there's an availability or a room or a block out there. He's still tipping around like he's a pixie. And this is your back. This is your bell cow back. This is the guy that's supposed to keep guys honest. Jerome Ford is self-checked. You can hand Jerome Ford the football and with 6 defenders on the field playing on 11, and he still wouldn't get the yardage that he needs. He's tipping around. I looked at him. His jersey was completely clean. I said, dang, Jerome. And yet still we keep giving him touches. He is a 3rd down back at best. Let's go down the roster. Let's go, because everybody getting undressed here. Pause. Everybody is getting what they need to be getting. Let's start off when we talked about with the offensive line. Y'all living off that too. Let's be clear. The offensive line is living off that 2017, 18, 19, 20 era. It ain't 2020 no more. Joe Bitonio, Wyatt Teller, Ethan Pochich, I'm calling names and names. You got smacked all up all today. Smacked up the whole game. You can't pass off anything. DeJuan Jones. Let me tell you something, DeJuan. You ain't got no spot locked up. You ain't got no spot locked up. How is it that you're not imposing? You that big? Why are you not imposing your will up front? It's way too many times I'm seeing you catching, jumping, leaping. Why are you not dominating up front, DeJuan? I don't want to hear how big and athletic you are at that size. I want to see you putting your face mask in defensive end's face and driving them through the doggone goalposts. Where's that Wyatt Teller that was pull blocking and getting 2-for-1s in 2020, knocking fools out? Where's the Joe Bitonio that was one of the best guards in the league that was getting 2 blocks, that was a run blocker and a pass blocker? And I'm not even going to say nothing about James Hudson. That's self-checked. Stop putting James Hudson out there. That's on you, Andrew Berry. Yeah, we got talk for everybody. Listen, see, this is what I love about the game of football. The game of football humbles you. It tells you where you were at. And it seems that there was a lot of people comfortable with what you were doing last year and building on last year and how last year turned out. And everybody talking about last year and a good story it was. Newsflash, last year wasn't good enough. You just got to the playoffs. Like I said before, I don't eat birthday cake with nobody. You know what my job is? My job is to tell people what they doing and what they ain't doing. And guess what? It's not good enough. You knew all off season that you needed help at tackle. But what did you do? You kept talking about how you got James Hudson. James Hudson is a liability. Your offensive line is a liability at this point. There is no push, there is no movement, and they can't pass block. Either you're going to be, listen, you got to do something. Either you're going to be a pass blocker and you're going to pass everything off and you're going to be in your kick slide and you're going to be one of the best passing rusher, right? You're going to pick up all blitzes, or you're going to run the ball and knock people off the line of scrimmage. It's unacceptable that you don't have anybody to do either one of those. You know what I say about this too? Where was the fight? Where was the energy? I didn't even see it on defense. Didn't hear JOK's name at all. And I've been saying, JOK, you're going to be a superstar. JOK is about to be a monster. JOK, listen, he balled out against the Texans last year. I think he's not. I saw none of that. I saw no fire. I saw nobody jacking people up saying, let's get it going. I didn't hear nobody on the defense say, listen, guys, we need to stop right here. We need to turnover. We need to take away. We need to scoop and score. We need to pick. We need something. I didn't see it. I see a bunch of guys looking around like it was the middle of training camp. Kevin, whatever your game plan was, and I'll be clear. I said, well, I trust Kevin Stefanski. Maybe he don't think they got to play in practice. Maybe he don't think that the Browns weren't sluggish. Maybe he don't understand that. Maybe he got a pulse of his team. Whatever playbook you had during camp is garbage. Toss it out. Whatever way you got people together and was ready to get them rolling for the season is terrible. Guys looked like it was lethargic. I had malaise over there on the sidelines, no chatter, no talking. Hey, by the way, too, I'm tired of only seeing the quarterbacks talking to the quarterbacks and the head coaches. You guys get your ass off the bench and get up and talk to your guys. What is that? Where is guys? Why aren't you talking to the receivers? Why everybody mush mouth? I don't like it. I don't like it, man. I don't like the energy. I can't fake it in front on the energy. I don't like it. If you Deshaun Watson, let me tell you something. I'm gonna let you know something. You better fight. This ain't about looking cool no more. You better fight for your future in this league. Because if you ain't start balling, they gonna get you out of here, bro. I'm telling you, you better show some fight. You better show some fire. You better show some intensity. You better be in people's faces. You better be challenging law linemen. You better be telling receivers, you better catch the doggone football. You better fight for your existence in this league because they will get you up out of here. Ask Cam Newton. They will get you all the way up out of here, brother. Yeah, the line not blocking and guys just dropping footballs, but you got to show some fight. And I know you got hit a lot. And I know that the blitz was there. And I didn't like the game plan. But I'm going to tell you something, bro. When you on the sideline, I'd have called a doggone team meeting. Get over here. Everybody, come on over here. I want the kickers over here too. Special teams guys. Bubba Ventrone, get yourself over here too. Let me tell you something. Come on over here. We're getting our ass kicked right now in our house, week 1. We looking around and ain't nobody intense, ain't nobody. If you gonna get beat with some emotion, beat going down. You call everybody in that huddle over here and you sit them right straight. I don't want no coaches in here. Get the coaches the hell out of here. I'm looking at everybody in their face, man to man. This is not what we are going to do. I demand more. I demand the highest level of your expectations. It's too many people jumping off sides and dapping each other up like it's okay. You got 14, 15, 16 penalties. Every time you touch the ball, it's illegal procedure, offense. Illegal man downfield, offense. Holding, offense. Illegal hands to the face, offense. It's on you. That's on you. If you don't like the energy level, that's what the C stands for. That means call everybody's asses over here and let's get it popping. But it's too, do good knee jerk, G. Bush. Don't be the knee jerk. No. I get paid to talk about the Cleveland Browns week to week. That's what I get paid for. I get paid to talk about the Cleveland Browns and what they did today. And as of today, they don't look like they got it together. Did nobody tell them to punt on the preseason? Kevin, that's on you. And let's get to you, Kevin. And trust me, we've got 277 comments. I'm going to try to hit every one of these comments in here too. I'm going to get to Kevin. What the heck was that? What the heck was that, Kev? If you're going to take play calling from somebody and say, I'm going to call the plays, do your damn job then, Kev. Block Micah Parsons off the edge, Kev. Who slides protections and leaves Micah Parsons looking in the face of the quarterback? You slide. You got one job. You see what Mike McCarthy did to Myles Garrett? We'll talk to Myles. We're going to get to him too. You saw how they kept Myles Garrett off balance? We run the bootleg. We run the jet sweep. We run the zone play. We can run a quick game. We move the pocket. We roll Dak out of the pocket. We do quick three-step game. We double team him. We chip him. You came into this game plan and ran an 1986 Miami Dolphins straight drop back plan of Dan Marino. I'm tired every time I turn the TV on. I feel like I'm in 1982. Every time I turn the doggone TV on, I'm watching Kevin Stefanski, and it don't matter who it is. It's an 82 playbook. Playbook so old, like back in the day when the TV used to just go out at midnight. They do the national anthem. Do the national anthem right after the late show. And it's yellow bars. I feel like I'm at 82 every time I'm seeing this dude. Like it's infomercials from Ron Popeil. A magical air fryer. By the way, that air fryer, he had Ginsu knives. Ron Popeil was doing this thing back then. Hit that button if you remember Ron Popeil. He was doing this thing. But come on, Kev. You didn't stick with the run. And by the way, is it just me? Let me know, chat. 300 people in here, hit the like button. 300 people in here, hit the like button. Is it just me, chat? Or what the heck changed? You told us RPOs and option routes. And all I saw was random, no motion play. No, I saw everybody line up where they was going to line up and get locked to you know what up. Locked up. Just locked up. Where is the creativity? Where was the motion? Where was the screens? Where were the draws? Where were there anything besides the check down to a tight end at 3rd and 10? I don't know, man. I just don't. This doesn't like. I'm sorry, no disrespect. I know people can look bad in the first game of the year, but this right here, I asked myself, what the heck did y'all do all preseason? And I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I'm not putting the cape on. I'm not gonna put the cape on for you guys. People can write and say whatever they want to. Write it away. Listen, I ain't putting no cape on. I am not Captain Kirk. I am not a Jedi. I am not coming around here to put the cape on to save none of you guys like I'm Batman or Superman. They deserve everything they write about y'all. The offense is trash. The quarterback at this point does look like you washed. The receivers do look slow. At this point, I can see why they didn't give Amari Cooper no money. Jerry Jeudy, it's whatever they said in Denver. It's whatever they said. Jim Schwartz, are you a one-year wonder? I'm not saving you because what I saw today was lackluster, undisciplined, Look like you didn't want to be there. Look like you were scared. Look soft. You got back smacked all over your home field. I heard the people booing your own team. And is the season over? No, the season's not over. Can you turn it around? Sure, you can turn it around. Does everybody in the league look great right now? No, a lot of teams lost. But as far as what I'm talking about for the Cleveland Browns, they better get themselves together. And I want to see a leader. Who is it? I don't see. I want to see a leader. Who's the emotional leader? Who's the leader that's saying this is not good enough? Who's the person that's going to be the vocal leader of this team? Because I'm devoid of leader right now. Everybody playing it too cool. We'll be fine. It's just week 1. We'll be okay. It's a long season. Don't want to get down on yourselves. Sometimes you need to put fire on people's asses. I'm gonna sit here to tell you this too. There's 6 out of 10 people that's in every job, every corporation that will not perform for you unless there is fire. Unless there are consequences every single day and you on them every single day, they're going to take the time to skate, take the time to take the foot off the gas, take the time to look at the flowers and look around. And you need to be telling them, no, this is not the objective. Your job is not to be regular. There's a couple of people on this team that can't afford to. I'll bring them all in. Come on in here. I want the high-priced dollar guys. I want the big dollar guys in here. I want the big spenders. Bring Miles right in here. Hey, come. Hey, who did we reschedule? I'll be doing this like tomorrow. Who did we restructure? Yeah, Deshaun, come on in here. Who else in here? Give me Miles. How much we pay guards? But Tony on Teller, get them big fellas in here too. Anybody else making big money? Denzel, come on in here. Let me talk to y'all real quick. All y'all cats that got new contracts, let me tell you something. Y'all can't afford to be regular. I don't pay none of y'all to be regular. We don't win no games if you're regular. That means you better pull that superstar wherever it's at. And if we can't get superstar out of you, we are done this year. All that regular stuff, that's where we at with it. You better not be regular. We can't afford it. So let's just get that notion out the way. And let's get back to understanding who you are. Because if you aren't regular, if you aren't above where all the rest of these guys are, we're in trouble. They better figure it out. I know I've been talking for a long time. Let me get to these comments. It's hundreds in here. I just had to do that. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. 355 in here. Man, it's a lot of them. Let's get to them. Let's get to them. I got some super chats. If you gave me a super chat, I will make sure I read every single one of them. We got some stuff to do. I'm going to get the comments from the people in here. Wow. Woo, 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 woo. There we go. Hey. It's all Watson's fault. Everyone else played great. Nah, we ain't doing that. That's not what it is. That ain't it. It ain't all Watson's fault. And everybody didn't play great. They all played like dog crap, to be truthful. And I'm not excited about it. Man, I can't justify any excuse after the game. They better figure out next game where we got some real issues. They got 19-year-olds dropping rant videos. It's crazy. Rough day, but we'll hopefully make adjustments, improvements, and maybe a bit of blocking. I'm gonna tell you what, they're gonna have to do something more than that. You know what they're gonna have to do? They're gonna have to actually act like they want to show up. That's the most disappointing part to me, Chris. That's the most disappointing part to me, Chris, is the fact that you can have rough days, but you can have rough days, and you can be smart. You can have rough days and be disciplined. You have rough days and actually put some fire on the field. And hold people accountable, man. It's rough. Let me get to the super chats, man. Teller was quoted saying Cleveland fans should calm down because it's only one loss, and that bothers me a little. Yeah, listen, that should bother you a little bit. Actually, frankly, it pisses me off. You got 16 games, and no, it ain't no calm down. Like that's my point. Who's coaching that? Who's coaching that? If I heard any one of my players after a beatdown get in on the TV and say, calm down, it's one loss, I know something. He'd be in my office day one. What are you doing, bro? The standard is the standard. Calm down. You don't turn calm down on. That angers me a little bit. It angers me a little bit. Watson was destroyed with no zip on the ball. He threw some balls that to me, he threw some balls that on deep passes that weren't even close. They weren't close. Now, granted, he got hit a lot. Granted, maybe there was throwaways, but I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing on the deep passes. He looked good on underneath stuff, but there's a graph that we did on our other pregame show. The most of his passes are within 5 to 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. That needs to be addressed. Is it Deshaun Watson and his decision making? Is that the design of Ken Dorsey, or is it the play calling of Kevin Stefanski? That needs to be figured out heavily. Every time Jerome Ford gets the ball, he's breakdancing. He back there looking like Chris Brown. He looking like Usher. All shoulders. Boy, let's get to this super chat, man. Let me see. Here we go. Will Meeker, let him know, G. Bush. Stefanski, most overrated head coach easily. Today, he got dog walked. Jay Griff, preach. I appreciate you on the super chat, my brother. Appreciate you. Look, and this is a crazy thing too, man. Like, this gets me a little bit. I started on these platforms by doing these post games, by telling the truth. And I'm not on Deshaun Watson's payroll. I'm not on Kevin Stefanski's birthday list. I'm not getting no Christmas cards from the Haslams or Andrew Berry. My job is to tell it like it is. And right now, it's not good enough. I need to see some semblance of it, bro. The processing is looking slow when the quarterback is back there. The protection is terrible when the quarterback's back there. The route combinations look horrible when he's back there. And it's up to the head coach to get guys prepared to play, and they were not prepared to play. I don't know if it was because they didn't play in the preseason. I don't know if it's because you drew it up wrong. But something got to give. Because I'm tired of sitting here acting like it's all good. And it's not. It's just not good enough, man. I don't want to turn the TV on to see these other guys just completing passes. The Dallas Cowboys walked up and down the field running high school plays, bootleg, drag, tight end over the middle, sit down route on the outside, and it walked up and down the field. We get the ball, get in 5 wide, and get sacked. I'm tired of seeing that. I am just really, really, really tired of seeing it. I ain't gonna lie, G. Bush. I'm scared that even Nick won't be able to fix the run game. A lot of Jerome's carries, even if he could have got 3 or 4, if he weren't twiddling his thumbs. That's the thing. Sometimes in the league, you got to bust it up in there and get what you can get. That's part of the game. And you have to make sure, that they respect your run game. But my problem is when you got guys up front that is getting their quarterback killed, and guys not protecting, and guys jumping off sides, and guys not being disciplined, and you got guys saying, calm down. No, that's your job. Guys is living off 2 and 3 years ago. This ain't the offensive line of 2 and 3 years ago when Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt was running amok on the league. It's just not. And I'm not going to sit here and act like it is. It's just not, bro. Now, can they get it together? Sure. But somebody needs to start challenging people, because the Cleveland Browns do a lot of just quiet walking around, shuffling around. It is not up to the fans to be out here giving you energy. Bring your own doggone energy. That's what you got to do. It is not, the coach better stop telling the fans to give them energy. It is not up to the fans to give you energy. Come out and ready to play, bro. All that propaganda stuff. And why don't nobody sound like this on the sidelines? It's only one game. It's only one game. We'll be fine. Shut up. Crack me up with that, man. Crack me up. No fire, nothing. Newsom doing the goofy little point dance. You down 20, Greg. You're down 20. You're down 20, Greg. Oh. What do we got here? 60 to fan funny to see super chats. Okay, I see. I got him. Let me see. Let me get to the super chats. My producer is like, hey, shut your mouth and read the super chat. So thank you very much. Square Table Degenerate says, am I done with Deshaun Watson, G. Bush? There's no positive with this guy. I'm done defending him. Cut your losses now. He doesn't want to effing be here. I don't know if he wants to be. Listen, I don't know if he want to be here. I don't know what's the deal. I just want him to play better. That's all I want him to do. Play better. Play better. Throw the ball, catch the ball. That's it. You need to work on throwing the ball wide open to receivers, catching, getting rhythm. That's what I want to see from him. These guys, man. My man, Nicole Mosley, super sticker. Thank you so much, Nicole. I appreciate you. It's sad that we got to come to you at this point. I wanted a better outcome. I had plans. I had a whole scheme, a whole story that we was going to talk about. James Cosby, all that hype, 4 head coaches on this team, and we were totally unprepared. Say that again. Say that again, James. Hey, Jim Schwartz, it wasn't your best work either. I'm going to just say that right now. Wasn't your best work, Jim. You're going to have to, and I'm telling you this, you're going to have to come up with some wrinkles. You can't just say, I'm going to sit back there and run man-to-man coverage and hope Myles Garrett and these guys get home. You're going to have some zone coverage. I've said it all season. You're going to have some wrinkles. And guess what? Mike McCarthy had you out here off kilter. It was mixed fruit with him. It was trail mix. How he was mixing it up on you. Every handful of plays he had was different results. Uh-oh, here comes the cutback. Fullback game, tight end game. Oh, we're going to move the pocket. Maybe we'll double team Myles. Maybe we'll 3-step, punch him and get back. Oh, we ran the naked boot. Nobody was there. Here comes the CeeDee Lamb motion. He had you off kilter. It was there. He won that matchup. Coach Up's got matchups too. He won that one. Easy. The defense had a couple plays here or there. Zeke did exactly what he was supposed to. Not no big play runs, but just enough that you got to respect it. Zeke for 3, maybe for 4. Up, just a little bit of a cutback. Oh, here comes the screen. And you sit back in man-to-man coverage. That man-to-man coverage and blitzing look good when it worked. When it don't, not so much. Ford is damn near unplayable. Yeah, he gets the bulk of the carries. Insanity is doing the same thing and hoping for change. That's another thing. The Browns got way too many. The Browns got way too many built-in automatic plays. What I mean by that? Oh, he's automatically going to play. We believe in Jerome Ford. If I got offensive linemen that are running around and not blocking the same correct people, guess what we're going to do? You're going to sit by me because guess what? I can't do no worse. Jerome Ford tweet. There was a play where they threw the ball to Jerome Ford in the flats, and there was a solid block out there, and he stood and played twister by himself without even getting upfield. And the announcer was like, Well, I thought he was going to have an easy first down with that, but it just seems that he just got tackled. And I'm like, yet and still, he's out there like he's the second coming of Eric Dickerson. Like, we got to have Jerome Ford on the field. Come on. Don Washington. I think you guys giving Kevin too much credit as head coach. He's never been a guy who has the look. It's time to hold him accountable. Hey, look, I got smoke for everybody out here. I told you how I'm going to play it moving forward. It's game to game with me. Game to game. You ain't going to hear coach of the year, get that up out of here. I don't want to hear 2020 Watson, get that up out of here. I don't want to hear defensive player of the year last year, get that up out of here. I don't want to hear assistant coach of the year. I don't want to hear nothing about no previous years. It's about getting these dudes back into camp. I don't care if you need to tackle with them in practice, actually tackle and go through padded practices. You better get these dudes ready to play because they were undisciplined and unready to play. Good team. Look, this is the eye test. I watched the Baltimore Ravens and I watched the Kansas City Chiefs. I watched the Philadelphia Eagles and I watched the Packers. There were times where both of those teams did some of the same things the Browns did. Sacks, poor throws, not missed tackles, penalties, all that good stuff. But the core, bones, and the gristle, and the integrity, and the continuity of what they were as a team is all there. When it came down to the get down, they made plays. When it came down to the get down, the quarterbacks extended the plays and made the play they needed to. The defense got turnovers. They were sloppy and look exponentially better than the Browns today. And what you guys got to understand and what everybody got to understand is that's part of the mentality. And I don't even know if somebody said that. Part of the mentality that I don't like is the mentality that is just week one, because these other teams are not playing by that mentality. They are playing understanding that we want home field advantage. We want to be playing right now for what we want when it gets cold outside. And the Cleveland Browns don't have that mentality today because you punted on the game and it wasn't even close. Now you're behind the 8 ball. My expectation levels for this team is to be a deep playoff team. Can it still be a deep playoff team? Sure, they can be a deep playoff team, but they're gonna have to change the way they think about this game. Because why do you think these teams are that good at the end of the season and executing? Because they always are going at it. They're always looking to get better, always grinding. I'm disappointed in that comment. I'm disappointed. That's why we're going so long. I'm disappointed at it. Let's keep it doing. We got a couple of super chats in here too. Let's see. Running game had to be abandoned because it was shut down with 4 defensive linemen. The game plan annihilated as soon as the Cowboys realized that our alarm was barn doors. No one cares about coach of the year. First of all, Stansky has not won any playoff games. He's a choke artist. Vrabel is a legit coach of the year. Hey, by the way, I would like to see Mike Vrabel involved a little more in the game plan too, if he's not. Facts. Jalen Hurts made a lot of mistakes, but he still got that W. Read the real RMP. Let's see. This team treated the preseason like an absolute joke, and I have the feeling the first 2 to 3 games will be treated like the preseason, and then it may be too late to turn it on. That's what you... I'm going to throw this question out to the people. 439 people in here right now. Hit the like button for me. Hit the like button for me. We're going to do the most pregame shows in the game. This is my third post-game show, but we had to come over here in the barbershop and let y'all know. And by the way, I'll throw this out there to you guys because I'll put it out there. I was going to do it in the chat. Sometimes during the week, Like, I don't think people be highlighting stuff the way it is. Would you guys support a pregame show? Put one if you think I should do a pregame show on the channel, two if you don't, or if you don't think it's needed. Just do the postgame. The only reason I'm asking about the pregame show is because some of the stuff that we highlight here, I don't think it's good enough. We don't highlight it enough because we do so much narrative sports talk. Like, there's certain things that I wanted my audience to specifically know. Like, on my other platforms, I talk about it all the time, like the run game. And sometimes I want to say things in the pregame show so I could be on record as saying, I told y'all we were supposed to, because last week we talked about it all the time. I talked about it. Every time they talk about the game plan, I talked about the fact that there needs to be a situation where the Browns have a running game. And today they came out in 5 wide and fairy football, and it looked like nasty work. So let me know if you guys want to do a pregame show. And I will do a pregame show exclusively on the barbershop. I won't put it nowhere else. It'll be on here. Let me know if that's something you're interested in. Put a 1 and put a 2 as well if you guys want that. I'm going to ask you this question because I want to do this and wrapping up what we're doing here today. Because, for me on this channel, we do talk about what it is that you did wrong, what it is. And give the Dallas Cowboys credit, by the way. Dallas Cowboys is a damn good football team. You could tell Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb have all the chemistry in the world, and they've been playing together. Shout out to those dudes. DeMarcus Lawrence was great in the run as well as the pass, and Micah Parsons looked like he wanted to be the defensive player of the year, and he outplayed Myles Garrett today. He just did. He was more hungry, more relentless, changed the game, and basically he put his imprint on the game from start to finish. So let me just start by giving them credit because I thought the coaching staff outplayed us as well as what the Cowboys did. So let me just start by saying that. With that being said, has this changed your outlook on the Cleveland Browns? My expectations the Browns to make the playoffs. Has this changed the way you think about the Cleveland Browns? Has this changed the way you feel about the Browns in general, right? And I'm gonna just take the temperature on this too. Let's talk about it because this is what we're gonna preview during the week on all the other platforms. You still got anything left open and a take for Deshaun Watson? If you feel like I gotta think about what it is. If you feel like you still got some sort of, or if you out on Deshaun Watson, I need you to put washed in the comments. Washed. If you feel like Deshaun Watson is washed, I need you to put washed. If you still got hope for Deshaun Watson, write hope in the comment section. I'm going to give y'all a little time to get in here and put the comments in. And then we're going to do first we'll get to whether you guys want a pregame show. But when we wrap this up, this is for even the strongest of Deshaun Watson people, that was hard to watch. It's hard to watch, man. That was difficult to watch. Granted, I tell you, all things equal, I didn't like nobody played well. But this is going to be the conversation. Is he washed, or do you still hold out hope? It's a rough one. That was a rough one. Let's get to some of these comments. Let's get to them. We got a lot of them in here, man. Whew. We got a lot of ones, man. A lot of ones on the pregame show exclusively over here on the barbershop. I see you. I see you guys out there. Y'all, a lot of ones. I don't see not 1, 2. Listen. Hey, I don't see not 1, 2. Maybe let's do it. We're gonna do that. 454 people. Here's what we're gonna do. Make sure next week we're gonna start this right here on the barbershop. Get ready to go. Book it. I'll put some stuff out there. We will be doing a pregame show. Make sure you guys support that. We want to get the views up. We'll support that. We'll give you the pregame show. We'll do that on a Sunday right before the game. We already do a lot of other things, but we'll do that as well. So we'll go ahead and do that and get to that, right? Let's get to the Deshaun Watson conversation. How many of y'all still got it? Let me see. If you got hope, put hope. If you think he's washed, I need the word washed. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, man. Let me see. Whew. Dre Nash, that's one washed. Hey, can we get assistant? Can we get a tally on this washed versus hope? We need a tally. So we need to know how many people think it's washed, how many people think he got some hope left. All right. All right, here we go. We're gonna get the official integrity tally going down here. All right. We got one for washed. That's 2 washed. 3 washed. 4 washed. Man, we washing a lot of clothes. That's 5. 6. Okay. Y'all better come on. All right, we got 1 hope. We got 2 hopes. And we got another washed. Hope. Okay. Got another hope. Okay. These hopes is coming back. We got hope for them. The hopes is cooking. The hopes is cooking. Are you keeping up over there? Washed. Hope. Washed. Washed times 10. I can't count it more than 10 though. I'm going to give you 1 washed. All right, he ain't washed. He just rusty. Hope. Oh wow, we got some more. Lewis says tank for Quinn Ewers. That means I'm going to put you down for the washed. Hope. Washed. Hope. Daryl got the hope. All right, Frank, you gonna give him to week 6? All right. Hope for now. Hope. Oh, you playing around. See, you playing around. Come on, man. K-A-N. Come on. Hope. Washed, neither washed. Hope. Man, I can't get a consensus. G. Bush bad knee, washed. Appreciate the super chat. Hey, you know you made it when you got burner counts. You know you made it when you got burner counts. Hope. It's a lot of hopes. Hope. He needs help. Barry got to make some moves. Thank you so much, Nicole Mosley. I appreciate you. Wow. I feel like Scott, oh man. That's funny. I hope he's not washed. We gonna go to that one. All just aside, man. Listen, it just feel like it's 50-50, man. I think where everybody at right now is we just hoping to see some sort of glimpses, man. You know, I give anything to turn the TV on and it's just like it's back, it's ready to go, it's crisp. You just need one of those. Like, you just need, people is grabbing at straws at this point. They need something. I think right now it's 50-50, man. I think it's 50-50, but with every growing week, these numbers is going to start to skew a little bit. And I'm sorry, they're going to start to skew a little bit. I heard the chance today. I ain't stupid. I heard the chance today. Everybody had ears today. I heard the chance all in the stadium. But Kevin Stefanski, Andrew Berry, Ken Dorsey, if you want to get anything out of this quarterback, y'all got to step y'all's game up. Y'all might need to be in the office early and sleeping there. Because if you got another game plan like that, it can be a long season. Now, the way things shape up, the way things is looking at right now, Jason, we need to get off Watson. He was sacked to pressure more than 50% of his dropbacks. He can't block. Hey, listen, Jason, did you see me talk about the offensive line and Kevin Stefanski the whole first 35 minutes of the video? But I will say this. When I'm talking to Deshaun Watson, and I told him this like this, you gotta listen, you gotta take controls of the reins. All this laissez-faire, we'll get it done. No. If you got linemen that ain't blocking, get them over here and talk to them. If you got receivers that ain't doing what they need to do, if you don't like the plays in the huddle, get over there and talk to Kevin and be like, come on over here. I don't like that. I don't want to run that no more. But excuse season for all of them is over. They better get on the same page. They better get on the same doggone page. With that being said, it ain't about whether or not it's the wins or losses today. We still going to come back and we still have the idea and have the aspirations that we want to hold that trophy. The Cleveland Browns may have took the L today. Now, next week, if they lose, I'm going to be in my bag. G. Bush, Chris Gillespie. G. Bush, you got to take control of your fate. Watson is not good. Oh, man. Merca T says, thank you so much for the super chat. Different staff, same plays, one and done at best. I'll be here to tell you about the one and dones as well. With that being said, the best part of doing this job is rapping and being able to keep it real with everybody on the stage, man. And we do that the best over here in the barbershop. We do that the best and most anybody in the game. And we got the most diversified fan base in the game. So as always, how we end every single show, how we end every single time we do a cast over here, is we got to get that check-in. Where you checking in from? Where you calling from? Where you supporting the Browns from? Where my family members at? Where we at? What we do? How we moving, man? So I'm going to start with myself. G. Bush in the building, captain of the Kool-Aid Mafia. Your boy, G. Bush, 330 is in the building. 440 is where I reside. You know what I do it in 216. Canton, Ohio, stand up, Stark County. You know what it is. Everybody else out there, shout out to my people. Where we calling from? Let's get it going, man. Let's get it going. Where we at? Let me see. Where we at? Let's go. Dayton, Ohio, I see you, my man. Hey, Akron, Ohio. Texas, man. B. Skrills, what's up, man? 937 in the building. Darrow, I see you. Yeah, my man. Cleveland, of course, man. Minnesota. Miss Ohio. We always miss you, man. We always riding for you. Sarasota, Florida. You know what it is. This is going to come hot and heavy. Canton, Ohio. Canton Bulldogs in the building. 330 here. Minnesota. Orlando, Florida. What's up, Karen? She's always there. She's always there. We appreciate you, man. Hey, man. Depressed but hopeful in Louisville, man. We appreciate you. 812. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. 448. You know what it is. Appreciate the crew. Not a week without hanging on with the Warren. Hey, 4484. I appreciate you, man. Collinwood, man. We doing the thing. The Wire. You know what it is. Baltimore in the building. Wadsworth, Richmond Heights, the 937. Lorraine, Ohio. Shout out to my man, my former football player, Lisa Nicky from Lorraine, Ohio. Austin, Euclid, the DC area, DMV, Los Angeles, California's. Listen, saw the Guards lost today in person. Hey, but Guards are in first place. We'll take that, man. Fort Lauderdale, Kent, Ohio, man. Ghettos of Cleveland, man. Manawa, we appreciate you. Warren, Ohio, 216-412. Downtown Cleveland. Southwest Indiana is in the building, man. Let's see. 419, Newark, C-Bus, Texas. Metro Detroit, Washington, D.C. We everywhere, man. From Canton in Kansas now. Shout out to Manhattan. Shout out to Zach. We appreciate you tuning in from where you're from. Birmingham, Alabama, man. Brickwell, Florida. 123 St. Clair. What's up? Shaker in the building, man. 508 Ohio State. And wow, man, we got it everywhere, man. We everywhere. Ohio, we see you. Cleveland, Riverside. You know what it is. St. Louis in the building. With that being said, you never know where G. Bush is gonna be. You never know where he's gonna be. We'll be right back here. Since we're gonna do a pregame show, we're gonna be back here, right here on the Barbershop pregame show. Make sure you check it out right before the Cleveland Browns take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. We will do that here on the channel and be right back here after that the same day to check out the post game. With that being said, you never know where G. Bush might show up. Radio, television, internet, I'm everywhere. Make sure if you want that fresh take on sports and that fresh cut on the Cleveland Browns, you know where to come. The Barber Light is always on, and we always talk about it. Peace up, Barbershop down. It's your boy, the Browns. Peace out. We will do it bad. We did bad today. Calm down. It's week 1, but we will trip if they play like this in week 2. With that being said, we'll talk to you later. Peace.
Quality, service, atmosphere. You're next in the chair. Feel at home in the barbershop. G. Bush offers a fresh cut on sports. The barbershop isn't just grooming for guys. It's culture, it's lifestyle, it's sports. And it's now the barbershop is giving the sports scene a sheer shave and shine. Join the makeover now. Follow Garrett Bush at GBush91 on Twitter.